On this episode, I'm live streaming while I'm doing the episode, and I answer questions about the new Yo app and a couple other things that I can't remember now. You ask questions, and I answer them. This is the Ask Gary V Show. Hey everybody, this is Gary Vaynerchuk, and you're watching and listening to episode 76 of the Ask Gary V Show. Speaking of listening, I want to, as a matter of fact, this is actually perfect. I'm actually live streaming Meerkat. Is that Meerkat? I gotta hit up. It used to be Yevo. I know the guys. We're actually looking at it. May even invest in it. It's pretty interesting. Anyway, we're streaming live, so I'll actually talk to you guys as well on Meerkat. I'm looking for people to leave reviews to the podcast of the Ask Gary V Show. So all of you listening to the show right now, one thing I realized that I need to do to bump it up, so this is not a question of the day, this is a request of the day, which we have. Can we get a request of the day? Look, you know what, I haven't done it, you gotta give me credit, for 76 episodes, I think I did one or two others, but like, the request of the day is, if you are listening to this, especially on iTunes, by the way, thrilled to get 1 star and you saying this show sucks crap balls, that's fine, I respect that, but the review itself actually matters, and so, Vayner Nation, please hook me up there, Meerkat Mafia, get in here, and that's that. Had a great weekend, spent a ton of time with the kids, it was phenomenal, reposted the Monday motivational video this morning, I think I'm just gonna do that every Monday, though D-Rock, I think we should just tape do you think we should tape an original Monday motivational video every Monday on that corner? I kind of think there's something there. So if I'm around next Monday, am I? If I'm around, everybody like blanks. If I'm around next Monday, let's just do another one. I think we should just do it, and I'll just do new versions of being angry at people that are not happy about their Monday. Are you in my calendar yet? I'm looking. Yeah, am I here? Vegas. I'm in Vegas. All right. That's good.
Rock, you're going to Vegas. I guess I could.
But I'm available the next following Monday. So we'll do it the 16th. Let's get into the show.
Jason asks, how do you know how much time to give to clouds versus dirt? Is it based off your personality and strengths? Example, if you are gifted to lead and set the vision, should you spend less time doing the work, even though you also like it just as much?
The clouds and dirt debate is a super tough one. Obviously, for people that follow me, D-Rock, the Stefan Apple, that was really just you. Yeah, take the credit, D-Rock. D-Rock made an incredible film. Let's actually link that up right here, or take over, I don't know what you do these days. It's just really my thesis of how I build businesses, how I live life, right? Focus on the big things, but don't get scared to get your hands dirty because execution matters. Ideas are shit without the execution and vice versa. Don't play in the middle. That's the real concern. And so I think, I think you need a healthy balance. To me, I can give you a good answer here. I'm uncomfortable, this is one man's humble opinion, I'm uncomfortable if you go 70-30 in any direction, right? Like if you're over indexing 70 or 30 in any direction, that's a problem to me. So stick to minimum 70-30, clouds and dirt. Yes, I do think you need to map your DNA. If you're a big thinker, big time thinker, fine, you want to play 70 there. Still have the humility and the practitioner skills to bang out at 30% here. If you don't think you're as big of an idea, you think you're grinding and your hustle is a big factor, or there's an ebb and flow. Right? So like sometimes I'm in 70-30 mode and then I'm in 30-70 mode because the 70 was right and now I have to execute. As a matter of fact, right now I feel with VaynerMedia, the last 9 months I was 70 execution, but I'm feeling myself moving up to like 90 thinking, 10 execution because I need to rechart the course of the company because I'm seeing not vulnerabilities, I'm seeing opportunity, and that puts me on the offense. So I don't think there's a perfect breakdown of clouds and dirt. They just always need to be in play. And really, I don't think of them as a day-to-day basis. I think of them more holistically as a true commitment, both to strategy and the dirt that you need under your fingernails in execution. Way too many prima donnas right now. I'm the thinker. Think this.
Hey Gary V, Big Ed Barnum here from Big Ed Barnum's Bubble Barn and Garden with an important question for you. If my right hook is watch my web series, what are some appropriate... I should have stretched. jabs?
Actually, you know what, Stefan? Why don't you do a little walk around the office right now? This way they'll miss this question, so that'll make them have to watch it later. And then they can also see a bunch of Vayner stuff. Big Ed, first and foremost, as a hardcore WWF, not E, fan growing up, you feel like a wrestler, and this is a wrestler promo, and that feels amazing to me. I just love that. Look, I want people to, by the way, you know what's so funny? That's what I want. I want people to go to GaryVaynerchuk.com. You know, I want that, and I want people watching my content. Get in here, Stefan. And I want those same things, and so I think that content itself is the jab, right? So put out micro pieces of content. I'm a big believer, and I think that I'm hitting a golden era in my content production. Live streaming, my Snapchat stories game is up. My Instagram game is up. My Twitter's still on point. My Facebook fan page content is up. LinkedIn is stronger than it was before. Pinterest, we're still lagging. We need to really get our Pinterest game up, right?
That'll happen for Wine Library, I think.
I know, but we're talking about me now, Steve, not Wine Library. You know, Pinterest needs to get up a little bit, but you need to put out micro contents. The reason I wrote Jab, 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 Right Hook is to get you to put out different little pieces of content that still thematically ladder back up to what you're doing on your website, that are contextual for the platform. Big Ed, don't get lazy on me. You're Big Ed. Go out there and put out content across the board. And don't just make it, remember the jabs need to be jabs. Don't just make the content where you're like, my biggest idea ever is ... go to my website. Your website will get traffic as a byproduct, and you are able to throw right hooks in those social platforms, but put out jabs of value to the audience where they actually spend their time. Big Ed, they love you and they want to go to your website, but they'd rather, more than being on your website, be in all these other places, and it's up to you to be there and use that as a gateway drug to get them back.
Lori asks, when you have a new idea for your business, how long does it take you to implement? Do you run with it? Strategize for a while? Consult with others?
Lori, this is really interesting because I've actually lived this now in my 39 and a half years of my life. I'm getting close to 40, boy. It's starting to freak with me. You know, look, there's been businesses that I've sat on in my mind for such a long time before they get executed. Years sometimes even as they marinate and get refined. Then there's me and Jerome Jarre have dinner, and literally the next day there's Grape Story, and we have a talent agency representing Vine celebrities. So to me, they've run both of the gamuts. Me and AJ spent 9, 10, 11, 12 months trying to figure out what we were gonna do, what we're gonna, you know, little known fact, before starting VaynerMedia, we were probably on third base on starting a fantasy sports site, right? Which would have probably been a good idea. Or a deal a day site, which would have also been a good idea, as it was the early days of Groupon and Living Social. So we picked the wrong one, but we marinated. Maybe it didn't come out as good as we wanted. But we'll take Vayner as a consolation prize. So really, I think it comes down to the idea, it comes down to the timing. I've got ideas that are running through my head now, bad timing, I'm running too much stuff, I'm doing too many things at once. You know, this whole content team was probably you know, I don't know, how long was I talking to you before we even started? Like, how long was it being flirted about, or was that just in my own mind?
Like 6 months, but it was just you and me for like a year.
No, I know, but before it was just me and you. Like, how long was I like, hey Steve, I'm thinking about something?
6 months.
Yeah, I mean, it was 6 months before I literally probably, and that probably means 12 months. Then Steve started for a year, and then it started rolling with all the other characters. So, you know, I just think it comes down to the idea, but more importantly for me, because I'm always rolling with ideas, it's the timing. Am I prepared? Don't forget, I've often answered that the biggest failures in my business career have been when I've bit off more than I can chew. I'm in the process of it right now. Faithbox, Resi, Vayner RSC, Brave, VaynerMedia, my personal brand. There's a lot going on right now, and I'm trying to hold up all these balls, and we'll see what happens.
Hey Gary V, it's your old friend Nicole Lappin. Not old like that, don't get crazy. Here's my question. Why do you think men should aspire to date a rich bitch?
Hey Nicole, big shout out to you. I know your book's out. I took this question because you are an old great friend and I wanted to give exposure to your new book. So D-Rock, let's link that up. Stefan, whatever, let's link up that. I know you're doing super well with your book. And I think we talked a little bit about it. The book is about really financial stability and financial smarts. I think that a man should marry a rich bitch or be in that situation, or a woman should marry a bitch dude for the same reasons that having a stable financial partner is always a good decision in life, right? Like that, people that are unable to manage their money deal with so much stress, and money is not the most important thing, but when you don't know how to handle that, there's an enormous amount of stress that comes along in life, and it's not about how much you make. I mean, there's plenty of people who know how to manage their money making $37,000 a year and have a lot less stress than people that make $140,000 a year and don't know how to manage. To me, I'm anti-stress. Money management is at the tippy top of the list, probably right below the health and well-being of family, and that would be the core reason.
Yo, Gary V, what do you think of the new and improved Yo app? Is it worth it for my small business, food truck and restaurant, to get this deliciousness out to the world? Answer my question. Thank you. Keep hustling.
Greek Mike, great question. Shit answer, which is I haven't looked at the new and improved Yo app, thus I can't give you a real answer. I'm not even really sure why I even have accepted the question, knowing that my answer was such crap. It was probably mainly because I loved the video and wanted to give you the exposure and the shout out that comes along with being on the show. But it also gives me an opportunity to kind of answer the question as a whole, which is, look, communicating, I have a call, right, I have a phone call. What time, right now? Yeah, all right, I need to run because this is super important. Let me just wrap this up. At the end of the day, communicating with your audience is the #1 thing that you should be doing at all times. That if you feel like the Yo app brings you value and your audience value, then you should do it. You should do that. You should do Meerkat. You should do, Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr, Pinterest, Facebook, whatever you think actually communicates and has an ROI against time that you put against it to communicate about the exposure of eating a beautiful gyro, do that. Question of the day. How many siblings do you have and what are their names? I like mine. That's why I want that question. You keep asking questions, I'll keep answering them. Stefan, what are they saying in there?
What are you doing? Why are you filming?
Oh, you're talking about here.
Yeah, no, not the, what's going on with the chat? They like it?
They want to know how you feel about Meerkat.
Well, I don't know yet, it's early. Just feeling it out. All right, is it pronounced Meerkat?
Meerkat, yeah. It's like the animal, like Timon from Timon and Pumbaa.
Is that a meerkat?
Yeah.
That's an actual, that's an actual thing.
That's an animal.
Yeah.
That wasn't them like,
No.
there's no names, let's come up with something. I swear on the Jets, I've never heard of meerkat.
Look at their logo. Their logo's a meerkat.
How many people have heard of a meerkat before?
The animal.
Oh, fuck. All right, guess I didn't see that Disney movie. Let's move on. Steve's a little rusty.
Excuse me. You cut me off earlier.
No, I get it. But I want the whole thing. Go ahead.
For example,
I don't need it for that, but I need it for this.
Got it.
This is prime time.
Yes, I understand.
Dion.
For example, if you're gifted to lead and set the vision.
No, don't do that because then my bald spot. Just kidding. No, just kidding. 70, 76. Appropriate jabs, right?